Hello viewers, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I wanted to do a quick reading on the Mueller grand jury. It's been extended for 6 months. I want to look at what it's hearing, what evidence is it looking into, why has it been extended, okay? So we've had Adam Schiff come out, as I said in the earlier reading, the chair of the House Judiciary Committee, and say that obviously they're hearing new evidence or further evidence. So what are the matters that they're hearing? What do we need to know about the extension of this grand jury and the new matters or further matters that are coming forward? Why was that grand jury extended? Why was the Mueller grand jury extended for 6 months? Why was the Mueller grand jury extended for 6 months? All right, let's have a look. Okay, so they've had some sort of news. Okay, there's some kind of evidence, money evidence. Okay, this is the Page of Pentacles. Now it's probably corroborating previous evidence that they've been hearing. Because the page is not, it's not a king, it's not a knight. But nevertheless, this is money news coming forward. So this has to do with the monetary aspect to either the collusion, conspiracy, obstruction of justice. This potentially could relate to what money might have been exchanged in relation for certain things to happen. So that appears to be what that grand jury is hearing. Now, let's have a look at deepening this reading. Now, this is the transition card. This is the card, the Six of Swords. And this is also relating to travel as well. Could be overseas transactions that may have taken place. This could be foreign money and the passage of foreign money between I guess I wouldn't say between countries, but there's some kind of transition, journeying passage of money that we're looking at here, potentially that could have been coming forward, which enabled Trump to win. I think this could be pointing to the sanctions, could be pointing to lifting of the sanctions in return to helping Donald Trump win in 2016. That's my feeling. And we've got another Pentacle card, deepening the Page of Pentacles. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is coming forward in relation to again to the success of the election, but it's also waiting for results. So my feeling again is it's relating to the sanctions and the promise to lift the sanctions in return to helping Trump get over the line. This could also be the NRA money. It's seeming to me it's around the victory Trump's victory in 2016. It's around the lifting of sanctions, and it's also around campaign donations, potentially via the NRA. As we know, Russia used the NRA as a way to funnel money to the Trump campaign. Now we've got the Seven of Wands coming through here, which is really, I guess, the Trump campaign, Trump having to defend himself. So in some way, this evidence that they're hearing at the moment is just going to add to potential reasons for the ending of the Trump presidency. It's also pointing to Trump defending Putin's interests as well. Yeah, it is around the sanctions, lifting of the sanctions. Now, the Hangman comes forward in relation to Trump's victory, potentially showing that his victory may well be null and void as a result of the information coming through the Mueller investigation. This is not going to be good news for the Republicans at all, not going to be good news for Trump's victory as president. I mean, the hangman is almost like a sacrifice. So in order to win, it's pointing to some kind of sacrifice was made. Now, what could have been sacrificed? Well, the law, legal ways of doing things. Okay, so and it's really going to again put Trump in further peril, and those around him in further peril. We've got things. It's actually, even though this is a page, and so the information could be corroborating the bigger picture, whatever information they're hearing is actually, it's strong. Okay, so it may be information, as I said, that's linking other information, corroborating other information. But in the scheme of things, it's actually quite important. And it will actually assist, I think, for, down the line. It will assist either indictments, could assist the step, the leverage to end the Trump presidency, and future prosecutions. So very quite important information that they're hearing at the moment. We've got the Four of Swords coming forward here, and that is mirroring the Six of Swords and the Seven of Wands. That transitioning, potentially removing the sanctions, defending Putin's interests. We've got retreat. So again, this is further confirmation that this is around the money that exchanged hands in order to lift those sanctions. Potentially could have gone into, particular people's pockets as well. But it's in relation to Putin and those sanctions. And the final card in relation to Donald Trump's victory and potentially suspending that victory is that we have the Justice card here. And so this is indeed pointing to the fact that whatever news that is being heard by the grand jury in relation to money changing hands, potentially to lift those sanctions, the wheels of justice are going to turn. And because it is directly mirroring Trump's victory, it's telling me that justice is going to be responsible for the ending of his presidency. So that's my feeling on why the grand jury was convened for another 6 months. They're looking into the monetary ties between Russia and the Trump campaign and potentially Republican 2016 campaign. This is all about some corroborating evidence coming forward which builds Mueller's case. And it is, I can just see the sanctions being, the promise to lift sanctions being, is coming forward so clearly in this reading. But when you put those two things together, the monetary donations to the Trump's campaign, potentially via the NRA and potentially other ways that we may not know about, that the grand jury is hearing about, in order to lift those sanctions to gain Trump's victory. This is where I feel the grand jury is going. This is what I feel they're hearing. This is what I feel Mueller is presenting new evidence to in relation to those key matters here. So I hope you enjoyed that reading, viewers.